let me figure out how comment as you come in so I can see, so I know where the chat is. I'm trying to figure out how to do this from my phone. Maybe I swipe. Hold on, guys. I don't know if you're chatting or not. Okay. Hello, Scarla. Hey, okay, I can see. So now you're commenting. All right. So, hello. Hi, is it Sherry? Shari? I'm not sure. Hello. I'm I'm on here. Hey, Kim. Y'all are here. Hey, Gabby. Hello, everyone. So I was reading all of y'all's um Parul. Somebody just messaged me on Instagram. Parul just messaged me on Instagram and said she commented on my YouTube live chat, but it cut off. It cut off because I didn't know how to work it. I don't know how to work it. I don't know how to go live from my phone, but I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know what it looks like because I'm on my phone. I have it turned, and I have this little mini tripod until my other one comes in from Amazon, a new one. I need a new tripod. So tell me what does it look like? Am I upside down? Is it okay for now? It's just gonna have to do what it do right now. Um, my Instagram is Chels CHELSS, three S's underscore Nicole. My middle name, Nicole, is spelt like Nachol. Okay, I've been made fun of my whole life because my mom and my uncle decide to spell it Nachole. I have been the butt of jokes in my family, so Nachol. Um, I did. Thank you, Abby. I did oh, I spit a little bit. I did a video for you guys. I just wanted to get on and talk about that because I read all your comments and y'all are so real and so cool, and a lot of you forget, when you're in your own shit, you forget that obviously other people go through things too. And I saw like quite a few people, have lost people during the time that I lost my mom. And I thought it was very interesting because well, just looking back, everything is hindsight, right? It's just like leading up to everything, I did quite a few readings for people who were in the process of losing someone. Like literally, people I was doing reading for people who had someone dying, and um, also, or someone who has just died. Um, Gabby, I think you're in here too. You're one of them. I did a reading for you, and we talked about that a little bit, and I just was thinking, I was like, somebody wrote in the comment section about, if I need to speak, if I need to talk, if I need to do that. So I think I might start that just for my own sanity, and I'll just label it like, grief talk or something like that. I'm not going to put it in my membership tab because I want whoever to, um, yeah, we both had a brother that passed. That was something and traumatic itself. Losing a sibling is this whole, you can't really put any of it in a box together. When you lose a special person, it is what it is. It's a different category. You can't put it together. A lot of you know I lost my brother in 2021, and he came through to me actually a few months ago. A lot of people started coming through to me over the months. I remember, if you guys remember, my uncle's birthday was in June, and I did a little tribute to him on my channel here, because and he's been dead for 18 years, and I was like the apple of his eye, so we had a very close connection. And when I tell you, when I did that tribute to him for him, um, on my channel and just doing the cake and everything like that, I cried like a baby that night in this house. Like I cried hysterically, like I had just lost him. And I realized, I cried like that because he was near. Sometimes when people are really close to you in the spiritual side, on the other side, it feels like grief, it feels like sadness, but it's just because you can feel their spirit so closely. So yeah, so, and I just felt like a lot of my ancestors, a lot of people who passed on were coming to me very closely, um, to try to prepare me, or just not prepare me, to just be near me, knowing they know what I was about to go through. And it's just so I don't know. I just kind of want to have a separate segment to talk about that, and I want to do it live to allow you guys to talk about that, as well. A lot of you have commented in my other video, um, a lot of just messages, kind messages, what you've been through, what you're going through, and encouraging words, and that's really helped me. And I need more of that. Not I want more of that, but I want more of that because honestly, it's gonna help me. And somebody made a good comment, and it said, like, I help you guys, just within my readings, and which there is a reading that I just uploaded, 35 minutes. I'm about to press play. And it's gonna roll after I get off live here. So you guys, there will be a reading. Finally, after a whole month, there's a reading coming, which I know you guys are not rushing me, but honestly, after doing that reading, when you channel, you zone everything out. So while I was channeling and doing the reading, it really felt really good. It felt really good. And that's kind of how you know you're living in your life purpose, is because just doing that reading just felt like, this is where I'm supposed to be. It's a reminder of, I have a path, I have a purpose, there's something that I'm supposed to be doing, and I found it. And yeah, so doing readings, don't ever feel like it's a burden. Maybe personal readings, I won't be able to jump on the phone for some time to do those. But doing readings like I'm doing and uploading them, it felt really good to be channeling and tapping into spirit. And that's how you know it's spirit. That's how you know it's the divine, because it just felt good. But then after, I felt like, then I go back. Then I go back to here. And it's like, with grief, and you guys know how it is when you lose someone. My phone won't stop ringing. First of all, my phone won't stop ringing. And so I have like 100 people. If I wanted to pick up the phone and talk to somebody, I could talk to them. But you really don't want to. It's kind of like that mix between, you don't want to feel like you're burdening someone else and them listening to you, and then you just don't want to. Like, sometimes I look at my text messages, and I, like, people text me, and you just look at your phone and you just kind of keep going. And then you have okay days, and you have fine days, and then there's days you just burst into tears. I was in shopping for, how long ago did you lose your mom, Kim? Me and my sister the other day before the funeral was shopping for some underwear and some undergarments. And I kid you not, we were in the store laughing, joking, like we always do with me and my sister, and talking to the clerk and stuff. And everything was fine. Everything was great. And she went to go try something on. And I literally touched, I touched some underwear. They had, how they have like the 5 for $25 underwear. And I heard my mom's voice. I say, don't get the, she said, don't get the solids, get the prints. And I heard it like clear as day, like her voice. Because every time we would go to Victoria's Secret, she'd be like, don't get those solid ones, get the prints. Because she loved printed anything, flowers, leopard print, anything. And I kid you not, I burst into tears right in the middle of that clothing store, and in the underwear store. I think it was called Soma, something like that. It's the first time I've been in there. And I just burst into tears. I mean, hysterical tears, not like, and it's just funny how, like, years go by, and grief it's just a funny thing. So it's weird, it's a icky, it's It's a weird thing because like the lady, when I started crying in the store, this lady came up to me out of the dressing room and she's like, she gave me a hug, complete stranger. She gave me a hug and she's like, I just want to tell you, one thing that helped me is that grief is not something that you heal from. It's not something that you just like, okay, it's over, I'm done, I've healed from it, I'm released. It's something that's just always there, and you feel through it, right? You don't really heal from it, you just feel through it, and then you keep going. You have to continue to push through, and I just feel like talking is something that is helpful to me. So I want to get on here. I'm not going to make this a long chat today, but I just feel like it'll be something that will be helpful for me to speak my feelings and whatever I'm going through at that time, and then also to have a live contribution from you guys. One of the things that's been helping me right now is that I'm starting a separate ancestor altar from my mother, because I feel like I got to do it big. I'm reading Kim's message. It says she's been going since '01 and still wake up till this day in tears. Days I can't have the house because I'm missing her, especially when life kicked my ass. Man. I feel that, Kim. That feeling of wanting to call my mom, that's the worst. That's the worst. When you talk to somebody all the time, and I literally am like, I've picked up my phone a few times, like I'm about to call her. Or today at the gym, I started crying because I was like, oh, wait till I tell her this. And then you're like, damn, I'm still in that phase where it's like you forget. And it's an awful feeling, to have that as a remembrance, like they're not here. It's hard. Lily Lucci, yeah, it's awful. It's something that me and my cousin were talking about, because out of my first cousins, me and my sister the first ones to lose a parent, and they were so great being here for us, and I just was looking at them and just thinking that, wow, I'm the first one to lose a parent out of my first cousins, which were like siblings. We grew up more like siblings because our parents were so close. And I was just thinking, looking at them, God put me in this position, and now I'm gonna have to be here for each one of them, because that's the inevitable. It's not something that you go around thinking about, but if we haven't already, we're all gonna lose our parents. Most times they go before us, not all the time, and that's just something you never really want to contemplate, nothing you really want to hear about. I remember Lucy, okay. The second to last reading I think I did weekly, if you go back and you listen, I think it came up in that reading, and I talked about someone, an older lady with health, and even though my mom's not that old, she was only 50, but I do believe it came up in my weekly. I don't know, so that's something to go back and look at if you guys haven't looked at the readings. The messages are going so fast, I'm trying to read them all. Oh, you still haven't deleted your grandma. That's someone else that was really close to my grandmother. Let's see here. Oh, Kathleen, she said, I still have the door key and we sold the home. I have so much to share, it's overwhelming. We'll share it here. Is it Deborah? Share it here. Yeah. Kim, I have so many videos. So many videos. I just thought, my mom was only 50 and she had me at 18. So I just always imagine us being little old ladies together, like her mother and her mother. So it's such a mind fuck. I'm reading y'all's comments. Thank you so much, Zionisha. One day at a time. Lily Lucy. I'm reading that again. That was my nickname when I was a kid, Lucy. Because me and my grandmother used to watch I Love Lucy all the time. I lost my dad 10 years ago this week. I still miss him, but I talk to him through pictures, and when I light my candles, I make coffee for him. That's a beautiful way to honor your ancestors, um, and allow them to see that you don't forget them, and that you know that, like, letting them know that they're there, they're going to show up more and start sending you signs. Me and my sister were in my house getting ready, and all of a sudden my speaker cut on, and we have some other issues that are going on around my mom's death, which happens a lot of time when people die, drama and things like that. And so I feel like, me and my sister felt like my mom was trying to say something, interject in our conversation, and all of a sudden my speaker cut on. And it's not a speaker that cuts on automatically, or anything like that. And so I was just like, that has never happened in the 3 years I have this speaker. So I know she's going to be trying to interject. Wow, Secret Soul Survivor. I can't imagine, because that's like losing a child. I can't imagine not knowing where my son is. I'm so sorry you're going through that. Thank you so much, Katie. You just have this. I just posted something, and this is the last thing I'm going to say before I get off. I just posted something on my story on Instagram, and it was like, it hit me like a ton of bricks, because you know how Instagram brings up these pages that you don't even follow that I guess just might resonate. And it was this grief page, and it's like talking about, like, you're walking around with this scream that no one can hear except you, and it's your scream, and it's on the inside. And like, that's, I mean, that explained it so perfectly. Like, I just, you walk around, and it's like you just want to, like, I'm have this face, like, just like this. And but I'm looking at someone, like, for instance, as the cashier the other day, and I'm looking at her, and she's looking at me, and I'm smiling. I'm like, how are you doing? But internally, you're just like, screaming on the inside, like, my mom is dead. Like, look at me, like, I'm broken. Like, all of those feelings on the inside, but on the outside, you're just like this. It's so hard. It's just that scream. That's what I'm trying to learn how to process, how to put it into words, how to express it without, I don't know. Yeah. I can't even express it now. I can't express it now, but it's just like a scream on the inside. And I guess it'd be okay to really scream, out loud as well. Let's see here. Let me see your comment. I'm going to read your last comment, and then, yeah, not angry, Judy. Just, I don't know. The anger comes and goes, it's that, but oh, lost my firstborn. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's all we used to do. My grandmother and my mom. I Love Lucy, Sanford and Son, Golden Girls. Ugh. That's why I always say I'm an old soul. All right. So, Lynn, that's the part that really scares me, you know? Um, that's the hardest part, I think about, is that, I see all y'all's comments, and some people are saying, I've lost this one 10 years ago, 20 years ago. And it's just so hard to wrap my mind around, like, one day I'm going to wake up, and it'll be 5 years, 10 years, 20 years that I haven't spoken to her. And that's so crazy to me. when you speak to someone every single day, sometimes 3 times a day, and I will continue to exist without her. You know, that's so crazy to me. Someone that I've never existed without on this earth ever. That's such a mental, it's mind boggling. Yeah. Yeah. That's what it's hard to grasp. But I do have a reading coming up for you guys, and it looks like it's done uploading, so I'm about to post it now. I love you so much, and we may have more of these talks. Me just talking and rambling and hearing myself talk and listening to your comments and reading your comments. I feel like I have to just. It's funny because I feel like I could be more vulnerable with you guys than I can be with other people in my lives. Um, select few, like my cousin Lexi. I can talk to her. You know, she's the real deal. She's like my soulmate. But other than that, you know, besides my sister, it's very hard to have these genuine conversations because some people would just be like, yeah, you know, but they don't really give you raw feedback, you know? And that's, I think, what I really need, just to kind of know that other people, and you know, other people have gone through it, but people who are just willing to share their feelings, their emotions, you know? So I just think that's what I need right now. I love you too. I love you guys. I'm gonna go make me some tea, take a bubble bath, and I just kind of need you guys to be here for me, like I'm here for you. All right. So talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.